Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day. We're in our Borne Off-Road by Mishimoto Snorkel. Install that because we have an aftermarket cold air intake from S&B. We're going to have to remove that bad boy first to install Mishimoto's intake box that's designed to work with the Snorkel. But before we do any of that, we're going to have to do some repairs to the RUBIBEAST. Yes, I was at the AOAA. You guys probably saw in the previous video I was talking about it. Clipped the tree, basically ripped my fender off, ripped my mirror off, and so I got a new mirror at Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group in Downtown, PA. Hey John, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're hanging in there. Ben, our fender brace from American Adventure Lab, and we're gonna try to get that back formed a little bit better so the fender's gonna actually stay on this time. It's actually working still. It's cracked in the middle and you can see it's definitely bent pretty bad. So we're gonna bend all that, but we're gonna do all that first before we start doing the installation. So everything we do to all of our vehicles, we video about it, we document it, we bring you guys along the way. Each video has a playlist. It's on the channel, check it out. And everything we talk about in all the videos is always in the description. Always stuff in there, like discount codes and what have you. So make sure you check out every video description if you have any questions about what we're doing on the shop. In the shop. Ricky? Yes. So replace the mirror, you're going to use the 240 Torx and you're going to remove those 3 bolts right there. Torx bolts. It's actually, hopefully, there's a plug in there because I cut these wires and removed the rest of the mirror so it wasn't dangling and hitting my door on the trail. There's a plug in there. Have you done any JLs yet? Mirrors?
I think so. Maybe.
Got a lot of cool stuff in the shop today, guys. Just they did a BDS lift on a Joey did that. And then Tracy did a 3.5-inch lift on one of our friends' Jeeps.
Terraflex with Sport 3 Falcon shocks.
Yes, the very nice Falcon shocks. I don't know what the hell, this broken pin maybe just fell on the floor. That's when you know you whacked it good. Yep, should have took a different line on this, guys. Once I went in, I was committed, and then the mirror got stuck on there. It was either go further and do body damage or reverse out. Decided to reverse out of this spot and to avoid damaging my top. And oh cool, there is a plug. Let me get the new mirror. And the mirror caught inside of a tree and ripped off. And then my fender caught the tree and it proceeded to rip off and bend my fender brace. Yeah, well, you know what? I put the fender, I was able to get the fender back on when I was driving to work the other morning. It flew off, and the only thing holding it on was my American Adventure Lab fender brace. Good, I got the right side. I'm already winning, guys. So it's pretty simple to replace these, and these mirrors actually aren't that expensive. And this one's got the lane departure and all that stuff on it. That doesn't look right. Oh, you got to put the bottom in. So you got to.
I'm trying.
This, yeah.
I was trying to fight the mirror.
My mirror's heated. It's powered, and it has the lane departure sensors in it.
Wow, those are.
I'll hold it for you.
You gotta do some twist in this. You gotta twist it and align it. So how much did these run you, Steve?
Probably like 150 bucks.
Only.
Dude, in comparison to the tail light that cost $800, I mean, I thought for sure that these mirrors were going to be like 800 bucks because they have all this crap in them, and I was pleasantly surprised. It made it feel a little bit better because I could have avoided this. I could have just been patient, took a better line, and that's how you learn.
Don't be rammy on the trails.
Yes, I wasn't. It's not like I was flying or anything like that. I sort of committed when I should have backed up and took a better approach. Everyone else drove around it.
You want to be the cool guy.
Decided. Actually, Jesse went through it, but then it had people pushing on the top of on top of his Jeep to help him from avoid hitting the tree. So, you know, maybe if I had that, I don't know if it would have made a difference or not. I'm not blaming anyone. It's all 100% my fault.
It's Jesse's fault.
No, it's not Jesse's fault. Heather did blame Jesse because he normally leads and I took the lead for a little bit. And literally, I took the lead for 5 minutes and that's what happened.
All right, one fixed.
Yeah, one problem fixed. Now we're on to this. So we're probably just gonna unbolt the actual light portion from this bracket right here. And we're gonna try to bend it back without taking it completely off. Give you a little update. We got the stock Fender flare, heated it up. I heated it up a little bit, fixed this a little bit here, and we got everything bolted back up. We actually used a clip that we had at the stop. We actually used a clip that we had at the shop to add in there. We should be good. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty sturdy. Got everything bolted back in there. Now we're getting ready to remove this.
We have another friend.
Chili is my friend.
He's up. Oh
yeah, check him out up there, guys. But now we're going to remove the S&B cold air intake, and we're going to install Mishimoto's intake. And Tracy is unboxing it. We're on a time crunch. Got a lot to do in like an hour and 40 minutes. So Tracy's just unboxing all this stuff right now. This is your carb EO number if you live in California, I guess. You need that. Like we got our silicone coupler
and a zip tie in its own bag.
Yeah, zip tie in a bag. That's probably really important for some reason. It's got its own bag. We got chili. Love chili. We got another chili there too. I love chili.
Sick. We can put them on all the windows.
No, I'm keeping one of the chilies. One of the chilies has to come with me. We got our filter, and it looks like our intake box. To install the Borne Off-Road Snorkel over there, you have to use Mishy's intake, or you have to
factory.
Or factory. And I'm thinking, looking at this right now, do we need a factory box? I don't know. Might actually need part of the fact that looks like a lid.
That is possible.
Hopefully we have one here, because I think I tossed mine.
Why would you do such a thing?
Because
I don't know if
who would have thought in a million years that I would need my factory intake box?
I don't know if we have any.
We might be grounded again. So if you don't have a stock air box and you're trying to upgrade to the Snorkel, you're gonna need your stock air box to do this installation. So what I always suggest is don't throw out your stock parts. And normally I don't, and I said I wasn't going to, but I did. Again, stock air box is not in my garage. So luckily my buddy's Jeep that doing a 3.5 inch Terraflix lift and a whole bunch of other stuff I'll show you in a little bit, he has a stock air box in his. I said, well, guess what? I talked to his dad. We're gonna swap out my SMB and I'm gonna take his stock air box. So in the meanwhile, this is this now officially has not turned into a full-blown tutorial install. We're just gonna give you some bits and pieces and some tips along the way because we're gonna knock this out. We already got the SMB intake already out. It's already completely out. So, and here's the new stuff, but we need the bottom half of the stock air box. Mishimoto's filters, Tracy was just saying, looks a lot bigger than S&B's.
I would think that has more surface area.
Oh, definitely. Look at that. But you're probably going to need it though, because it's going to be in an enclosed box to keep water from entering your intake. Ooh, that's dark. Hello, light it up. Hey, it's a little muddy in here. We should probably, should we call Chase from Attention to Detail and be like, yeah, we need you in here? So when we unboxed this Mishi box, we noticed that there's a big cutout in that. And that sort of would defeat the purpose of having a snorkel if you got a big cutout. I actually talked to one of the guys that used to work for Mishi. Oh, there's all kinds of crap on the lens. One of the guys that was actually on the R&D on this, Eric Plamati, he used to work for Mishimoto, actually walked us around on a site tour of Mishi. And I said, hey, Eric, what's up with this lid? It's supposed to be compatible, well, the intake box that Mishi has is supposed to be compatible, and you know, there's a big cutout there. And basically, they're gonna either come out with another lid or they're gonna come out with a cover to seal that off. But that wasn't completed before he left Mishimoto. But always a great help, Eric, appreciate it. So now we're just gonna continue with the installation. Probably, everything else is pretty cut and dry until you have to cut the hoods. We got Keith's air box. We actually, the only thing we need out of his air box is that right there. That's all we needed to complete this installation. That's part of the new snorkel right there. And actually, before you put this on, they want you to silicone everything around there.
Well, good thing I got some.
There you go, yeah. But yeah, that's the only part you need off your stock air box. Everything else is gonna be replaced with new stuff. Live and learn. I mean, and you're gonna have this with new products. That's part of the reason why they sent it to us, to see our thoughts and what we think of it, how the installation went, so we let all you guys know and let them know so they can possibly make things better, or they know that they're on point and they're doing a good job. So I can tell you right now, the way everything is designed with this snorkel already, it seems really beefy, it's really strong. We're moving right along with the install. We're going back to step one, because that's step one. The instructions tell you they want you to cut the hood out. Step one, we weren't comfortable doing it, Tracy and I, so we called in the big guns. We got Keith out here. Yep. So if it's all messed up, I can blame Keith. I can't blame myself. I can't blame Tracy.
It's not my Jeep, I know.
The only thing with the other portion of the installation is make sure you pay close attention to your bolt sizes.
The medium-sized button heads go into the factory air box, not the shortest ones.
You gonna talk today, Keith?
No, not at all.
You're not gonna talk?
What are you gonna say?
There's the template right there. We got the template up there, guys. You measure from the back of the hood, 26 and 5/32 inches from the back of the hood to right here on the edge of this template. And then you're gonna put your template there, and we're just drawing a little outline on the template, and then Keith's gonna cut it out with the air sole. Well, we're gonna make you cut it, because if it's messed up, I can blame you. Everything is done. It's time to put the top of the air box in with the filter element and tighten everything down. That's pretty much it at this point. Maybe line this up a little bit better when we're tightening it down, but there's caps for these guys. We're gonna put them on there, but yeah. Keith did a bang up job cutting the hood. It fits perfectly. Looks really good. Really happy with the way this looks. I did confirm with Mishimoto that they do make a plug for the side of the top of the air box. So we're gonna be getting that plug. We'll get that all plugged up and sealed up. What do you think, Keith? What do you think of that?
It's excellent.
I mean, you installed, this is the first snorkel that you've been involved in installing, so.
Yeah, it fits pretty good.
Yeah.
It's gonna work well.
Cool. I told him I'll get a 3 for next time. I'm gonna take my fender off. I'm gonna take the snorkel out and the mirror. But we're good down below. We got Rock Slide Engineering, and now we got that armor, the added armor on that thing is awesome. Yeah, we used it, AOAA, it was good. Very happy with that. Love Rock Slide Engineering stuff. We got the rocker guards in there. Guy's here because his son's coming to pick up his JL, and we're gonna go out there and see what it looks like. It is done, and I'm gonna tell you, it looks badass. I think his dad's a little jealous. We just finished the RUBIBEAST, and Keith got here. Seeing his Jeep for the first time after the JP. another fun install complete with the JP shop, Heddy. What do you think? She was like, what is that? What does it mean? No. Is it gonna blow water out of the snout?
That's the only thing I didn't know. I knew it was a snorkel. Exactly. But I had a dumb moment for a second, and I was thinking that when you drove this through the water, that it would like pump the water and the water would shoot up there.
No. That's exactly what you said.
So what this does is it stops water from going into your air intake. But yeah, very clean, guys. Like I was saying earlier, there's a little cutout right there before their Mishimoto intake, but this is the Mishimoto intake. There is a actual cover that's going to go in there. We're going to silicone and put it in there. We siliconed all the holes. There is drain holes at the bottom of the stock airbox. We siliconed all those as well. We siliconed, as you can see, used some grease. Actually, you know, we just used some grease around that coupler right there. I like it. I think it's a very clean and great product from Mishimoto Borne Off-Road.
Thank you, Chip.
Yeah, thank you. We can't wait to take this thing off-road. All the information for this will be in the video description as always. Just because the thing is the hardest thing to do, and honestly it's not that hard. I probably could have did it myself, but Keith does it all the time. He's always cutting stuff, he's always modifying and fabricating different things, so I was more comfortable with Keith doing it than myself. So we had Keith knock it out, and he did a good job. Just follow the directions. It comes with the template, and
if you're happy, I'm happy.
So Dad,
what
is that? Is that a snorkel?
It's a snorkel for the 100th time. She doesn't believe me, guys.
I don't.
She does not believe me that this is a snorkel.
No.
Snorkel. It's so the Jeep can go swimming.
Yep.
Yep. We're gonna take the Jeep swimming.
Where did the goggles go?
Yeah.
There's already goggles. So it has goggles all the time because bugs would burn your eyes. So yeah.
See, if we were having trunk or treat this year, we could have totally made that look like an underswimmer, an underwater swimmer.
Well, maybe we'll still do trunk or treat. Maybe that's not canceled yet.
Right.
Well.
But I don't believe that.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you're stopping by for the first time, make sure you smash, tap, do something to that subscribe button. Tap that notification icon. Make sure you check out allbeastprojects.com. That's our website. That's our merch. I was wearing one of my newer hooded sweatshirts today in the video. Make sure you check out beastsynthetics.com. That's me. I'm an Amsoil dealer. You purchase Amsoil from me. It helps support the channel. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next upload.
Hit it.
Oh.